My name is Uche Peters. I am making this video to address Uche Mefor and millions of Biafran people out there that deserves to know the truth. But before I go into that, I want to seize this opportunity to appreciate and thank every Biafran that participated in this year's Biafra Day celebration. It was a huge success because you are part of it. I say thank you. I throw away my salute. Now to why I am making this video. I want every Biafran to start asking Uche Mefor questions. Questions on why he chose to blackmail and cook the worst fabrication against his fellow Biafrans in guise of this year's celebration. It all started when the coalition of pro-Biafran groups announced their program for this year's event, which includes on 29th midnight, the candle night procession in honor of our heroes, and followed by the 30th May Biafra Memorial Lectures in honor of our heroes. This didn't go down well with Uche Mefor and his co-travelers, who went back in their comfort zone and dished out the worst of blackmail I have ever read in my entire life. I have already posted that on my wall. I sent a message. When I got that message, it came into my inbox. And after reading that, my heart bled. And I asked myself a question. Is this what Biafra truly means? Is there any hope of Biafra being better than what we are seeing in Nigeria today? Now, when I saw that message, I quickly inboxed my brother Uche Mefor, asking him why all this, and if he's not part of it, that he should immediately disclaim that post and those threats or blackmail that is spreading across on the social media by his agents, by his foot soldiers online. I told him that, and what I got as a response was his post, which he tagged me on it on his wall. I chose not to share words or exchange fire with him or start fighting with him in the public because of the love and respect I have for our heroes. Because that is the worst time for Biafran people to be throwing punches at each other. I ignored that thing which he posted on his wall in response to the quiet message I inboxed him. He decided to bring it out so that Biafra people will start dancing naked in public. I said, after the 30th May Memorial Service, I will create time out of my busy schedule to respond to him. And that is what I'm doing right now. Now, what happened was that after he posted it and I inboxed him and he decided to fight, in a very bad way, it became clear to me that some people are in this journey for personal gratification, and that is what I am going to prove to you with clear evidence. Not just that they fabricated that blackmail, they went further to publish names of invited guests that will deliver lectures to Biafran people all over the world. They threatened to kill them. Someone like Dozie Ikedife, our elder, Dr. Dozie Ikedife, was threatened several times by Uche Mefor's foot soldiers, whom he sent to attack anyone that is part of that pro-Biafran coalition program for Biafra Memorial Day. The son of our leader, the General Philip Effiong, by name Charles Effiong, who has already prepared his mind to deliver lecture on that day, was threatened. And from the information I got, he said, if this is what this agitation is all about, I think I have to stay clear for it for now. That is how much Uche Mefor is trying to destroy the bridge Biafran people are building across. Now, after the whole thing, we have seen the video for that candle night procession. And I want to also seize this opportunity to thank the Biafran people who observed that candlelight procession, I must say a huge thank you. Despite the fact that the man on the radio, despite the fact and the threat and the order by one self-acclaimed radio broadcaster in London, who dispatched orders that nobody should participate in that candlelight procession. But Biafrans are the best. Do you know why? They have the mind of their own. I want to appreciate all of the millions of Biafran people participated. You can see that right there before you on the video. Biafra people came out and marched because they know the right thing to do for Biafra heroes. And they came out en masse on that night, on 29th, to give this procession in honor for our heroes. This candle night procession was the first and the best of its kind. I want to thank you for doing that. By dishing and ignoring the most stupid order from one man who is after ego, fame, money, and power. That is all he is after. And I am not apologetic about it. Now, after we have published that video, I kindly, without having any strings attached, shared it across all my friends, all Biafra people around, to those of them who were not able to watch it or be there live, who also watch it. It was posted on our YouTube page on BVI Channel 1. And here was the response I got from Uche Mefor, which is the most shocking, and you have to read it.
Now, here is the Facebook chat and conversation I had with Uche Mefor after the 30th May anniversary. I sent him the video link. This is the video link for the candlelight procession, which I sent to all my contacts as well, those that are within my contacts on Facebook. And the link I sent to him came with this message, which reads, "This is the best of its kind. Biafran people held a candlelight procession in remembrance of the sacrifice of Biafra heroes and heroines." The message continued. Now, if you scroll down, you see the response I got from Uche Mefor. Uche Mefor said, "We don't celebrate, remember our heroes in darkness. We do it in the open. Our fallen heroes deserves better. We don't brag about candlelight procession, and this is the highest deception of all time. Others are working, while apprentices in optimism and deception amuse themselves."
That is what Uche Mefor sent to me as a response to the candle night procession I published on 30th of May in celebration of Biafra heroes. Instead of him to join all Biafran who participated in that, he disclaimed and said that that is the height of deceit. Doing a procession, observing a procession for our heroes, Uche Mefor called it a deceit, and that everyone that is part of it are saboteurs, deceivers. That is exactly what he said. I didn't say that. You are seeing it for yourself, and I challenge him to confront me on this. The evidence are right there before you. And this now calls for us to start asking ourselves questions. What exactly are we looking for? We are looking for Biafra. We are agitating. It is a movement for our people, not a movement for an individual or group of individuals who are after self-gratification and self-glory. I want to drop this as a way of conclusion, an advice to Uche Mefor that he should retrace his footsteps. There is time for him to turn around for a new leaf, or else these same foot soldiers that he has been deceiving, when they see the light of the truth, when they get the light of the truth about what he is after, they will stone him. I don't want that to happen. I am not here to criticize Radio Biafra or to bring it down. No, we all built that institution. That Radio Biafra was funded by the Biafran people, was funded by the suffering Biafran people all over the world. They contributed money. I myself and the rest of us were part of making Radio Biafra what it is. And I'll be the last person to see that institution go down. But I must challenge those who are holding that institution in trust for our people to use it rightly and not to use it as a tool for blackmail, as a tool to fight fellow Biafrans and to disunite Biafran people. What he is doing can only belittle and make him look so stupid. I must say that. Yes, it will make him look like a noisemaker. After dishing out useless order out of ego, the Biafran people understood and knew wiser. That's why they participated in that candlelight procession. The same way, the Biafran people all over, and even our enemies, are beginning to look at that institution as an unserious institution, dishing out things they can't fulfill. But I must tell you, Biafra is bigger than any individual or anyone. As a way of conclusion, I will advise you, my brother Uche Mefor, to retrace your step. I'll use this opportunity to tell you publicly to go back and apologize to our elders whom you threatened to kill because they are in the line to lead their children to the promised land. They are in line. They are determined to see that this generation do not suffer the same fate they did. But you are hell-bent of dishing out orders that will result in the deaths of our youth, which we have seen over and over again. It is total foolishness to dish out propagandas that will empower your enemies against yourself. When you are doing propaganda, at least you do a propaganda that will enhance your cause and not the other way around. That is where I'll be ending it. And I believe the Biafra people have known and seen whom you are for whom you are. But you can change it and retrace your step. I will be here also to tell the world about your new leaf, if actually you will turn around. One thing our people don't like is truth. But one thing I have decided to tell you is the truth. I've always said that truth is very expensive. Very few people trade with it. But lies and frivolities, very cheap. You can afford it. Everyone can afford to trade with lies. Take the truth, because that is the truth that will set Biafra free. Thank you for watching. You can continue with this discussion by throwing up your question. I'll be right there to answer. And following it up tomorrow, I challenge Uche Mefor to come live and take a debate on Biafra with Biafrans who know where they are going. Thank you and goodbye.